Doing what you've done and moving up your convention, you've actually created a little bit of a problem for the U.S. Senate candidates in both races, the Kirsten Gillibrand race and also the Chuck Schumer race. There's multiple Republicans who are interested in both, and no one appears to have sufficient support of the conservatives to get your line.
Well, none of them have sufficient support to get the Republican line either at this stage of the game.
That's true.
And part of the problem, one of the reasons I waited so long to make my decision, it was my hope that Ed and I would have had a conversation, and at least on the two United States Senate races, that we could have come to some kind of indication of who we were both for. It was clear to me that Ed wasn't moving in that direction. As a matter of fact, he was constantly opening up the door and inviting more candidates to get into the race. And that's not how you win elections.
Well, why is he doing that, do you think?
Well, you'll have to ask him that. But my concern is that my interest is to win back the Republican State Senate. My interest is to win congressional seats. My interest is to win more assembly seats and to win statewide races. And we can't do it under the game plan that Chairman Cox was playing. And this is in no way any personal affront to Ed. We get along fine, but I certainly just strongly disagree with his political motivation, which I don't understand. I don't think there's too many people who do understand it in the state of New York.
You've been a chairman a long time. In fact, I think you're the longest serving party chairman in the state right now. Ed Cox has really put a lot on the line for Steve Levy. It's a gamble. As you noted, Steve Levy is a Democrat turned Republican. His switch is actually not even official yet and won't be until after the election, which is why getting onto the GOP ballot is so difficult for him unless they change the rules. But do you believe, as some Republicans have said, that if Steve Levy can't get onto the ballot, that Ed Cox should step aside?
That's a decision made by the Republican leaders up and down the state of New York. That's not a decision that I have any say or any influence on.
So now you will be gathering at the same place, actually, as the Republicans. That will be on the 28th of May at the Sheraton in Manhattan. And then after that, the Republicans will be gathering at the Sheraton on June 1st. And will you be at the Republican convention? You've been at Republican conventions in the past.
No, I've never attended their conventions. I usually attend after the dinner, or I usually attend after their convention is over.
I see.
I've never been on the floor of any of the Republican conventions, and since I've been chairman of the party. And I just want to make reference to the fact that a number of people have said that I'm holding my convention at the same hotel where the Republican Party is holding theirs. Well, they don't own the hotel, and I've had my conventions there before. As a matter of fact, this Thursday night, I'm having my state dinner at the Sheraton Hotel, and where we're honoring Fred Thompson and Jerry Thompson. And Rick Glasio will be one of our speakers. And
we will be seeing you there, I'm sure. And we'll also be seeing you, I believe, coming through Albany now and again, because you're very interested in that New York 23 race. And I hope that we speak on that in the future, because it's of particular interest to us.